We throw these words around all the time, but sometimes I think we might forget what they mean, what they really mean. You know, sometimes we don't even recognize the manifestation of these words, of these concepts, when they're right in front of our face. There comes a time, hopefully in everyone's life, where they meet their soulmate, the person who's going to love them for the rest of their life, the person who's going to know them sometimes better than they even know themselves. And as I look around at the faces in this room tonight, I know many of you experienced the exact unforgettable moment that I'm talking about. For Giovanni, this moment came when he met me 29 years ago. For those who haven't had the pleasure, I'm Nick, Giovanni's best friend, business partner, and brother. Also, confidant, mentor, life coach, muse, advisor, and guru. I was obviously honored when Giovanni asked me to be his best man, mostly because it was something I've been trying to get him to admit for the last almost 3 decades that I am the best. So, you honor me, Giovanni. Thank you for that. I'd also like to say how beautiful some of you look tonight. I know how difficult it is for some of you slobs to tuck in your shirt or wash your filthy hands once in a while, so I appreciate you cleaning up your act a little bit tonight and for the modicum of effort you put forth. We will never forget your sacrifice. I'd like to start with a quick thank you to the parents, Diane and Vince Serra, Tony and Karen Gallo. Without you, none of this would have been possible. And without you, I'd probably be giving this speech to a homeless man at a bus stop in Chinatown right now. So thank you. Giovanni and Jenna are 2 amazing individuals, and who they are as people is a direct testament to your guidance as parents. And I think you guys have a lot to be proud of in them. We have a beautiful wedding tonight, and we have you to thank for that. So, salute. I should have brought a glass up here. So, salute to the parents. I'd also like to give a brief thank you to my wife, Robin, for the multiple daily reminders over the last 90-plus days to get the speech done, and that it's very important. And asking how we're doing with that speech and where are we at with that speech for everybody. Nick, are you kidding me? This is crazy. And you know what? You can sleep in the garage until the speech is done. Thank you. Without you, I'd probably be just staring at a homeless man in Chinatown right now. So. But growing up, Giovanni and I were absolute opposites. He was driven. He was organized, he kept his things nice, he kept his room clean. I was an absolute mess. In high school, like I said, he was driven, he was goal-oriented. I was usually grounded. He was the multi-sport varsity athlete. I was, and still am, incredibly good-looking. But, you know, a lot of brothers would pick on their younger brother growing up, but it was never really like that with Giovanni and me. As a matter of fact, my parents had a rule against that. We couldn't even hit each other, couldn't do anything like that, and that was just as well because I frankly found the physical abuse to be frankly barbaric. And I sort of opted for the simple elegance of mental torture. And while I like to say that the relentless, incessant aggravation was the flame that forged the steel that you are today, I am sorry for all I put you through. But I would like to, you know, don't get me wrong, we had a great childhood growing up, and truth be told, we got a lot of the fighting out of our system at a very early age. As some of you may know, we moved around a lot growing up, and while it was difficult at the time to always be the new kids, I can look back at that time now with fond memories because I could see what it did to our family. It turned us into a unit. It really galvanized us. And, you know, it was always me and Giovanni. Moving around like that as often as we did, your friends, your school, your town, all these things are temporary. The only constant for us was us, our family. And as far back as I can remember, it was always just me and G. The new kids trying to find some kids in the neighborhood to play baseball with or street hockey. building zip lines and bike ramps together, running errands with mom, sitting in the back seat with a McDonald's straw and a mouthful of Navy beans, shooting cars and pedestrians when the light turned green, and fighting bullies together on through our 20s. So you can imagine when Giovanni was living in New York, and I heard that he had a serious girlfriend, you can imagine how scared I was that things were going to change. I mean, it got to the point where it was like, Jenna, like all I'm hearing is Jenna, and I'm like, first of all, who's Jenna, and does she have a good stuffed mushroom recipe? She does. But the first time I met Jenna, though, I remember liking her instantly. And for those of you who know me, you know I don't like anybody. And I also remember thinking what a beautiful couple they were. It might be a case of similar to tonight, where Jenna's beauty is kind of making Giovanni look a little bit more handsome than he actually is. But right off the bat, I could tell, we really hit it off. I could tell that she had a great heart and that she really loved him a lot, and she was just a great compliment to Gio. And I could also tell that they were madly in love. And you know what, Jenna, you made Giovanni happy in a way that I hadn't seen in a long time, and I'll always love you for that. I think back on one of my fondest memories on when I was first starting to get to know Jenna was a night that Giovanni bought me the Rock Band set for PlayStation for my birthday. And he got me the whole thing. It was the drums, the guitars, the mics, and everything. That night, me, Robin, Giovanni, Jenna, and Lisa, we took our band from playing back alley, dirt floor dive bars in Cleveland to virtual superstardom, touring and selling out stadiums across the country. And if any of you have ever been in a band, then you'll know what I'm talking about. And I hate to burst the bubble for those of you sitting out in the cheap seats, but it's not nearly as glamorous as it looks. Life on the road is tough. And you do it for the fans, and you do it for the music, and at the end of the day, it's like a long, drawn-out battle. And, they say there's nowhere to hide on the road. And I think that they're right. You have your ups, you have your downs, and you get to know these people inside and out. But when you're standing side by side, and you're looking over an ocean of fans all screaming your name, and you came as far together as we came, you can't help but feel like we won. And you know what? That crazy night, that crazy journey, it showed me one thing, that it was just natural, all of us together, that we just fit. And ain't no way we could have made the music, ain't no way we could have made the magic we made with our music if we didn't fit like the way we did. And that's why I knew that Jenna was going to be around for the long haul. But it really was not until our family ski trip to Oregon a few years ago that I really saw what a deep connection they had, that they were really made for each other. Every time we go on a family trip, we have this thing we do, it's called the Family Dinner Challenge. So every couple every couple makes dinner one night, and then at the end of the week, we all vote on who had the best meal. And the winner gets bragging rights. And if you know my family, these bragging rights are worth more than rubies, diamonds, fine gold, anything. So needless to say, it was like an episode of Top Chef Rejects. Like everyone was going totally all out, trying to put the best into the thing. And they say that competition builds character, but I say nay. It reveals it. And what the Family Dinner Challenge revealed that night was the extent to which these two would cheat in order to win. And that's how I knew that they were just made for each other. Jenna, you're a gallo now. And while I have all the faith in you, it means a lot of responsibility. It means unabashedly showing up to late for things. It means talking during movies. And it means complaining to every manager in every restaurant that you eat Jenna, I'm so happy to welcome you into this family that I can call you my sister today. We welcome you with open arms, and we love you so very much. So please raise your glass with me and toast the beautiful couple. Giovanni and Jenna, I wish you all love. I wish you all lots of love and success. Focus on love. Focus on God. And never, never, never give up on each other. I'm always on your side, I always have your back, and I'm your biggest fan.